Namaste. Welcome to the Hindu Dharma Basics and Beyond podcast, a podcast that gives you authentic knowledge covering broad topics on Hinduism, the ancient Vedic wisdom. This podcast is based on the book by the same name by Pujya Swami Viditatmananda Saraswati, one of the most respected scholars and teachers of Advaita Vedanta today. This episode and the following one helps us to understand the nature of Īśvara as revealed in the Bhagavad-Gītā. It answers the following questions. How can one relate to Īśvara personally? What does the Bhagavad-Gītā reveal about Īśvara? How can we understand Īśvara? Is Īśvara created or uncreated? Is Īśvara the creator of this universe conscious or inert? Is Īśvara, who is of the nature of Sat and Chit, complete or incomplete? Does he suffer from any inadequacy or lack? Do the Upanishads and the Bhagavad-Gītā prove that Īśvara exists at all times? Let's begin. How can one relate to Īśvara personally? In the last podcast, we learned that Karma Yoga is the attitude of offering all actions unto the Lord and receiving the results of such actions with equanimity as the Lord's prasada or grace. This attitude is possible only when there is devotion to the Lord or Īśvara. Devotion happens when there is an intimate understanding of the nature of the Lord. Lord Krishna reveals, Pitahamasya Jagataha Mata Dhata Pitamahaha. I am the father of this world, the mother, the supporter, and the grandsire. Gatir Bharta Prabhu Sakshi Nivasa Sharanam Surat Prabhavav Pralayasthanam Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam. I am the goal, the supporter, the Lord, the witness, the abode, the shelter, the well-wisher, the origin, the dissolution, the foundation, the treasure house, and the imperishable seed. As a devotee and as a karma yogi, we relate to Īśvara as the father, the mother, as our support and strength, as our friend and refuge. Unless we understand Īśvara, we cannot be a karma yogi. What does Bhagavad-Gītā reveal about Īśvara? The Bhagavad-Gītā reveals that Īśvara is omniscient and omnipotent. He is the giver. He is the creator as well as the very creation, because he is the material cause of the creation. Just like the Upanishads, the Bhagavad-Gītā reveals the presence of the cause of the universe in the form of all knowledge and all power. Lord Krishna reveals Īśvara by saying, Ahamadischa madhyam cha bhutanamanta eva cha. I am the cause of the creation, its sustenance, and the resolution of all the beings. When we look at the complexity of the universe, we understand that the physical, chemical, and biological laws not just govern the universe, but they are applicable throughout the universe. So when the Bhagavad-Gītā reveals that the universe has an all-knowing, all-powerful cause, it is neither illogical or opposed to what we know the universe to be. How can we understand Īśvara? When we observe the universe, the world appears as a creation. The universe is made of many constituent components and parts. Each of these components and parts together form an assembly which is an organic whole. Beginning from an atom to the galaxies, all the components contribute in some way or the other in the creation and functioning of the world. We realize that the components and parts of the universe are intelligently assembled in such a way that each part fulfills some purpose. The order that is perceived everywhere in the universe shows that the world has been manifested in a deliberate manner. We can therefore call the universe as a creation or a manifestation. If we accept the world as a creation, then there has to be a creator. The creator must possess the knowledge of everything that has to be created. It is only the knowledge of creation which will ensure that all the objects in the universe are purposeful and useful. In addition to the knowledge, the creator should also possess the power and skill to create. A pot maker who desires to make a pot should not only have full knowledge of how to make a pot, but should also be skilled at running the potter's wheel and shaping the pot. Similarly, Īśvara, who is the creator of everything, should be all-knowing, omniscient, and all-powerful, omnipotent. Is Īśvara created or uncreated? Īśvara is not created. If Īśvara is created, then we will question who created Īśvara? Who created the creator of Īśvara? There would be no end to this regression. Thus we accept that Īśvara, who is himself not created, is the creator of the world. Īśvara is the uncreated creator, is unborn, is self-existent. Īśvara is present when there is creation, and Īśvara is also present when there is no creation. Īśvara is always there. He is anadi, without a beginning. The word adi means beginning as well as cause. Īśvara is the origin, the beginning of everything, yet he has no beginning. Īśvara is the cause of everything, yet he himself is causeless. Lord Krishna reveals in the Gita that Yacchapi sarva bhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna natadasti vina yat syad maya bhutam characharam. O Arjuna, whatsoever is the seed of all beings, that also am I. There is no being, whether moving or unmoving, that can exist without me. Sarva bhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshaye punastani kalpadau visajamyaham. O son of Kunti, all beings go into my nature at the dissolution of a cycle of creation. Again, at the beginning of the cycle, I create them. Sarganamadirantascha madhyam chaivaham Arjuna. Arjuna, I am the beginning, the middle, and the end of the creations. Let us look at an example to understand that there is a cause for whatever exists in the world. Let us imagine that you are wearing something made from cotton fabric. We ask, why does the cotton fabric that you are wearing exist? The answer is, because there is yarn. Then we ask, why does the yarn exist? It is because there is a cotton ball. Why does the cotton ball exist? Because there are fibers. If we continue with this line of questioning, what we will arrive at is the ultimate or the very first cause, Īśvara. And why is Īśvara? Because Īśvara is Īśvara. To be is Īśvara's nature. And that is why Īśvara is called Sat, meaning existence. Is Īśvara, the creator of this universe, conscious or inert? Īśvara is conscious. Anything that is not aware of itself or others is called as inert, jada. That which is aware of itself as well as of others is called conscious. Knowledge is possible only where awareness is. Hence, Īśvara, who is the substratum or basis of all knowledge, has to be consciousness and not inert. A conscious being alone can be the locus of knowledge and power. Therefore, Īśvara is conscious and he is called as Chit, which means consciousness. Is Īśvara, who is of the nature of Sat and Chit, complete or incomplete? Does he suffer from any inadequacy or lack? Īśvara is complete. He does not suffer from any inadequacy or lack. Let us try to understand this. If Īśvara is needy and inadequate, Īśvara will also be controlled by likes and dislikes like any ordinary human being. There will be partiality for the object of love and cruelty and injustice for the object of dislike or hatred. Then there will be injustice and chaos. Yet we see that there are natural universal laws of cause and effect at work in the universe. There is nothing random or chaotic here. Different constituent parts of the universe are in cooperation with each other. The universe functions as an organic whole. There is balance in the universe. So Īśvara, the one who manifests this universe, is Purna, is complete, is whole. Īśvara is of the very nature of joy, and this universe is inspired from adequacy, love and joy, and not from likes and dislikes. Let me repeat, Īśvara always is, and therefore of the nature of Sat, existence. Īśvara is conscious, and therefore of the nature of Chit, consciousness. Īśvara is complete, full, free of all limitation, and therefore of the nature of Ananda, joy. To sum up, Īśvara is Sat, Chit, Ananda. Do the Upanishads and Bhagavad-Gītā prove that Īśvara exists at all times? The reasoning in the Upanishads and the Bhagavad-Gītā is not to prove Īśvara's existence. It is only to understand Īśvara. Īśvara cannot be proved by some reasoning, nor can Īśvara be disproved by some reasoning. While the scriptures are the valid means of knowledge regarding the existence and nature of Īśvara, reasoning is employed only for understanding the scriptures. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm Swami Viditatmananda, a Hindu monk and teacher of Vedanta, the Vedic wisdom that liberates. Do write to me at hindudharmabasics@gmail.com if you have any questions about what was shared in this episode. I thank Dr. Savitri Ramaya, a dear friend, who puts the final valuable editing touches on these podcast episodes. In our next episode, we will see what the Bhagavad Gita reveals about the nature of Īśvara being the material cause of the universe. We will also look at how this profound understanding of Īśvara is the foundation of Karma Yoga. We end with a prayer, Asatoma Satgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Satyameva Jayate, truth alone conquers.